Good evening, everyone, and thanks for joining us. I'm Wendy Ryan. Jameson has the night off. A big update tonight from the Florida Department of Environmental Protection. They did not find a second breach at the old Piney Point phosphate plant in Manatee County, but the race is still on to drain the water from the property and prevent a full-scale break. The worst-case scenario, catastrophic flooding and contaminated water spilling unchecked into Tampa Bay. Our live team coverage continues at 11 with the impact this is already having on our community and the calls for more regulation at places like Piney Point. Let's begin with our Haley Bull live in Palmetto with an update from the county tonight. Haley.
Wendy, the county says there are no plans to expand the evacuation zone tonight, but that perimeter, as you can see behind us, is still in place while the effort to pump out tens of millions of gallons of contaminated water is still underway.
They've been kicking the can down the road for 30 years on that water.
The road coming to a critical juncture as crews work to prevent a collapse at the old Piney Point phosphate plant.
Hopefully they don't devastate the bay.
The Florida Department of Environmental Protection says while the controlled discharges to Port Manatee continue in an effort to stabilize the system, the uncontrolled discharge to Piney Point Creek stopped, and there is not a second area leaking.
We should be looking at anywhere from 75 to 100 million gallons a day by the end of the day.
Right now, more than 24 pumps are deployed to remove water, drones are flying every hour, and the U.S. Army Corps of Engineers is providing technical help.
Generally, we're very concerned about the habitats along the southeastern shore of the bay.
The Tampa Bay Estuary Program is helping to coordinate monitoring in the bay, concerned about the nutrient load being drained.
Nutrient pollution is the #1 threat to water quality. It can lead to things like algae blooms that can cause shading and die-offs of seagrass resources, and seagrasses are really the foundation to a healthy bay.
Meanwhile, some are focusing on the steps that come after this, including John Rehill, who's written about environmental issues and lives just a couple miles from the evacuation zone.
Well, my concern is that the cure doesn't hurt us more than the disease.
Now, state officials say they're also working to try to remove nutrients from the water before discharge to prevent algae blooms. Reporting live in Manatee County tonight, Haley Bull, ABC Action News.